And so thanks everybody in our Altaloma group. I just wanted to introduce you to my friend Mike Sullivan here. There we go. And we met and connected, and I thought what he is doing is super interesting and amazing for our kiddos. I know that all of us have talked in this group about how our kids have had to deal with the pandemic, and there's been a lot of mental health conversation because they've been through a lot over the last 2 years. And I know that there's a lot of things that we're all concerned about with legislation and everything, but today we're just going to talk about focusing on our kiddos and helping them to do better and be their best. And I want to share with you what Mike does with other school districts across the country, and maybe we can bring this into Altaloma, Rancho Cucamonga, Etiwanda school districts, or if you know anyone in any other school districts that might benefit from this, we would love to have Mike connect with them and talk. So let's hear from you a little bit more, Mike, about what you do.
Yeah, thank you, Amber, for including me in this, and thank you, Altaloma parents and Rancho Cucamonga parents. And this, I created a company called Born to Shine, and the reason I did is because when I was in third grade, I was really struggling. I grew up in Chicago, and I was getting bullied relentlessly. And I already had some anxiety and a little bit of depression going on too. And I didn't know what it was because I was in third grade and no one talked about it. And what's really sad is that it's a topic that most people don't talk about even to this day. And that was a long time ago. So I created Born to Shine to give kids, especially K through 5 kiddos in elementary school, tools so they can improve their inner conversations, their inner dialogue, because we all have an internal critic, right? At whatever age we are. It could be that I'm not tall enough, I'm not handsome enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not musical enough, or if it into the adulthood, it's I'm not wealthy enough, I'm not whatever enough. So we all do this. And I really struggled as a kid, and I just wanted to give kids the tools that I never got. And it's fun because I started touring as a musician. I grew up in a really musical home in Chicago, and my mom plays classical piano. And so music was swirling around, it got a lot like this piano actually here. And it was swirling around our house all the time. So I just fell and was born into this musical home. And the program Born to Shine uses music, science, and storytelling. And that's the best way to get to a kid's heart. Everyone loves stories. And then we need to back it up with some science. And I went to school to become a psychologist, so I'm using a lot of tools that actually work. So I kind of filtered out all of the nice to knows and just focused on the need to knows. And it's kind of cool because music, it has, not only is it fun to listen to and fun to participate, you know, going to concerts or listening to music like K-Love on the radio or whatever you listen to, but there's a healing component and an educational component to music. And I know this because we learned our ABCs the same way, right? A series of letters accompanied by music, and you put the two together and it locks into our memory. So imagine learning our ABCs just without music. It would be, for me and most kids, so hard. It was just A, B, C. Wait, is it D? Then E? That, see, it's just, it doesn't have that flow, right? And that's where the music comes in. So that's what we do with Born to Shine. We take science, storytelling, and music and combine the three. And then we help your kids become more empathetic, more resilient, and love themselves. And that's the most important thing they can ever do, is to really learn how to love themselves. Because we're all doing the compare and despair game, right? Especially now with TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and probably some other ones I've missed that are new, that are coming out right now that I don't even know what they are. But even as adults, we see that, and comparing is the thief of all joy. I know you've all heard that quote, but it's so true. And kids today are really struggling. So anyway, I'm doing a lot of talking, too much talking. So But I'm passionate about this program that we have, and it's a virtual school assembly, so it's COVID friendly. And then the schools that are feeling that they want to have in person, then I go in person, and it's great. Kids get tools, kids are happy, parents are happy, the teachers are happy because the kids are uh, more well behaved in class, so the teacher's job becomes easier, and the parents' job becomes easier too, because now suddenly their kids are behaving better and they're arguing less and fighting less, and they're supporting each other more. So it's a win-win.
That's so awesome. And I know you shared some statistics like on your website about, 70 to 80% of children have this. And I know my son he went through a phase of like depression during the whole pandemic, and he was only 8 at the time.
Hmm.
And it's a really hard thing to watch. So I think that a lot of parents are really concerned. I'm sure we've all seen it in our kids throughout the years. Just some of this anxiety. How would it present for the parents? Since a lot of parents are in this group.
Yeah, probably for the parents probably. Oh, I'll just speak from not only from just studying psychology. I'll just speak from personal experience, because to me that's always more interesting when I hear someone share their story. And
Yeah.
for a parent that's listening, if they're wondering, well, am I starting to get depressed? Am I starting, what are the signs? If that's what you're asking, it's usually they start to isolate more, and starting to get less joy from things you normally love. That's a big sign. So if you love playing tennis and suddenly you don't want to play tennis anymore, if you like walking or hiking and you're not walking or hiking anymore, if you like surfing or swimming and all of a sudden you don't get any joy from it, that's a sign to go talk to someone. And there's no shame in it at all. We all need a coach, just like Tiger Woods needs a golf coach, like Michael Jordan needed a coach for basketball. Just Kelly Slater, all the greatest athletes in the world all know this. They need someone to help them get better. And same as a human, we all need a coach. And that coach could be a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a counselor, whatever name you want to call them, that's your coach. So there's no shame in getting someone to coach you.
Right, right. And I think a lot of parents they might feel that their kids have some anxiety or something going on, but they don't know what to do about it. So having some support from the school, I think would be very helpful.
Oh, I understand. So yeah, absolutely, totally. No, I misinterpreted your question, Amber. Sorry, you were saying if
I
you're
think kids would kind of present the same way, right? Like a kid might be,
totally. No, I get the question.
isolating and not wanting to do the activities outside, right?
Yeah, so in a way there are similarities. I get it. So the question is, if you're a parent listening, how would you see it in your kids? Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking? Okay,
yeah,
yeah. Then it's somewhat similar. Is that they're starting to isolate themselves. They're not spending time with their friends. Whatever they normally would enjoy doing, they're not doing. And so in a way, there are a lot of similarities. Or they're more irritable than usual. They're arguing more, fighting more aggravated. These are all symptoms of there's an internal storm that's brewing. And you, the parent, are the captain of that ship. And you can either keep going into the darkness or turn away and go towards the light. And going towards the light is working with someone, talking with someone, seeing a therapist, seeing a counselor, just someone that you feel comfortable with and trust to open the dialogue and let it out instead of trying to just hold it all in, which is never
yeah.
a good idea.
Oh, I know, absolutely. I mean, there was recently a kid that committed suicide here. I forget, he was really young. I feel like
Mm.
he was like 8 or 10 or something like that. And it's just so sad because you don't know like how something like bringing something into a school could like actually save lives. Because sometimes the parents aren't equipped to deal with whatever's going on with their child. And these kids are at school a lot of their time. So imagine if we can get some support. And I think the parents can drive this if we want to get this into the schools.
Absolutely. I think it would be amazing if any parents are listening now for Altaloma or Rancho Cucamonga or wherever you are. I think a phone call or an email from you, the parent, is a million times more powerful than anything I could do. Because when I reach out to a school district, they've never heard of me. It's a blessing once we do work together, then they book the program over and over. But as a parent, they're going to listen to you because your kids are there. And part of their job is getting families to feel comfortable enough to send their kids back again. So I think parents have a voice and a voice that is respected and deserves to be heard. So yeah, absolutely. And the best person to reach out to, by the way, if you're a parent, you're thinking, okay, this sounds cool. This program helps our kid with their self-esteem, reduces their anxiety so they can just really thrive in school and in life. Then who in the heck do I call? Call the superintendent. That's who you want to call. You can call your school and the principal, and that's great. But if you want to have even more impact, call the superintendent. Just pick up the phone, old school, and say, hey, there's this program, and I want it there for my kids. And here's the website. Check it out. That's the best way. And then they may share that with their assistant superintendent or their director of curriculum. Those are the three people, parents, that you can reach out to.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to definitely call Karen now. I know I heard Karen is retiring or resigning or whatever, but hey, she's here till the end of the year, so let's go. Maybe she can do something great for our kids before she's, on to the next thing or getting to relax in her retirement.
Well, Karen seems amazing. I've read about her. She's been in education a long time, and she just seems like such a giver. And I don't know. I just saw her picture and I thought she seems like a really nice person. When you just see someone's picture and you think, oh, they're nice. So she just, I know I sound like I'm 5 years old. She seems nice, but she does. So Karen, if you're listening, hello.
Hello. Yes, Karen. So I hope that we can talk to her and get her to approve this for Altaloma. And so did you want to show us some of the...
Yeah, we couldn't figure out how to share screen, or at least I couldn't. I'm new to StreamYard. I use Zoom, and schools use Zoom. And the great thing is they all have, the fancy schmancy TVs in each room. So that's how it works. It's a 1-hour seminar, virtual school assembly. So since I'm not sharing screen, I'll just do the little guitar. So it's basically, I would share a story with the students that was when I was schooling and my light started to dim, right? Because Born to Shine all came from when we're born, you and me and all of us, when we were born, we were given a gift, right? This beautiful gift from God, and it's a light, and that light lives inside of you and me, and no one can take it away. But sometimes when we're a kid, when we're at school, if someone starts to bully us, that light starts to dim a little. And then worse, if we go home and start to say those same things to ourselves and we're bullying ourselves, then that light within us continues to dim. And that leads to anxiety and depression and the unspeakable. So we want to get your kids' light to shine brighter and brighter and brighter so they can truly shine from the inside out. And so I'll share a story. I give them a tool that they can use, and it's backed up by neuroscience, so it's legit. And then for fun, we lock it in with music, just like we learned our ABCs, right? Putting music and letters together. So, all right, I need your help, Amber. So this is how it would work. And any of you parents that are out there, let's tap into your inner child, okay? Because normally this is K through 5. But then I'd say, great, I need you to put your hands up like this. Boom, good job, Amber. And then your right hand on your heart. Good. And then your left hand on top of your right hand. Perfect. Now, I just heard you guys are rock stars. I'm just saying. I heard this from your superintendent and the principals. So we're just going to do a little song together, right? Oh, you can't even see the guitar. So it's here. So we're just going to say, today, I'm going to love myself. Today, I'm going to love myself. Today, we can say it together. I'm going to love myself. Today, I'm going to love myself. Good. Now keep your hand on your heart. And any of those of you who are home, if your kids are next to you, let's all do this together. We're going to sing it. And don't worry, we're not on The Voice. This isn't America's Got Talent. This isn't Star Search or any of that. This is just you and me So here we go. Let's do this together to lock it into your heart. Today, I'm gonna love myself today. 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 I'm gonna love myself. Good job. Now keep your hands on your heart, eyes open or closed, however you're comfortable. And the next time you're at school, and if someone is bullying you, or even if you're saying things to yourself that don't make you feel good, you can get back to the same good place by just putting your hand on your heart and silently saying, today, I'm gonna love myself. Today, I'm gonna love myself. Say it with me. Today, I'm gonna love myself. Today, I'm gonna love myself.
Nice.
Good job. You are a rock stars. I heard you were.
Like picture the whole, assembly doing it.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's fun. It's fun when you have 300-400, elementary school kids doing it. It's amazing. And then we also have a program for middle schoolers too. We do the same program, Born to Shine, but just a little less caffeine. It's less, hey, it's more, okay, so here's what we're going to learn. But same principles. And they're struggling too. So everyone benefits from a boost in self-esteem and turning self-doubt into self-confidence. Everyone wins. The school wins, the families win, the kids win, the parents win, teachers win, the admin win, everybody wins.
Yeah, definitely. I think to imagine the kids being like better in class would be motivating to the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And the teachers feeling better. Yeah, it just is like a domino effect. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it trickles into the home. It's kind of that ripple effect. You drop the pebble and then the ripples go out. So it's the same. Once your son or daughter starts to feel better about themselves, they start to treat not only themselves better, but their brother or sister or their parents and just everyone around them. Everything just starts to get a little bit lighter and a little bit easier and more joyful. And there's more teamwork and everything gets better.
Well, I think that sounds amazing. As a parent, I want this at I'm gonna after this, I'll be like, do you do private schools?
Yes, we do. Born to Shine, we're open to go anywhere. I just follow God's lead. I just pray all the time. God, just put me where you want me, in whatever district that is, and wherever we are. And because I know kids are struggling, and I know that because I was one of them. And now the stats just show it's unbelievable. I mean, it was bad before COVID, and kids will still struggle after COVID, but right now it's off the charts. So if you're a parent and you have kids, this is an option for you, a really healthy option to bring to your school. So if this has touched you or spoke to you at all, if you reach out to the schools or the district superintendent or their assistant superintendent, those are the people that can make this all happen.
Definitely. So I'm going to drop the information below on Karen, and then I'll do it for the other school districts around here too, because we have a couple. And I'm going to try to also send it to our private school. I think they would like
Great.
this.
Oh, Amber, thank you. And there's two things. I'm gonna steal a line from a friend, and then I'll use one that's me. Josh Shipp is a youth motivational speaker like me, and he speaks at schools. Great guy. And he had a beautiful saying. He said that every kid is one caring adult away from becoming a success story. And that adult is you. So you have so much more power than you realize. So again, if this has spoke to you or moved you at all, simply just reach out and you have the power to make it happen. And for me, I truly believe that everyone was born to shine. You, the mom, you, the dad, Amber, you, and we all have this light inside of us, and we're created to be happy and healthy and live a fulfilling, meaningful, valuable, rich life, because you matter, you have value, you're important, and the world needs you. So I truly believe everyone was born to shine.
I love it. Thank you so much, Mike. And if you want to reach out to Mike too, you can feel free to reach out to him on Facebook here. So thanks again, Mike. And thanks everybody for watching. And we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Amber.